Okay, stop recording.
What's going on, YouTube? Thank you so much for checking out my channel once again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. It's early in the morning. Let's see what time it is.
4:52 a.m.
4:52. So I'm up to do some radio, and one of the things that I do for one of my morning shows is birthdays. Well, I do that for both, but the other one I record right into the voice tracking software. But for one of the shows, I record it externally and then I upload it to the server. Okay, so that it plays on the air in between a certain segment. So this is a Reaper tutorial, really quick. A lot of people ask me how I edit so fast. If I flub, if I have some unnecessary space in between the times that I say a name or the age or whatever, I typically will go back in and edit that stuff. So I'm going to show you how I do that. This is for, I would say, moderate users of Reaper. You can kind of get an idea of how I do this. One thing I will say that I set in my Reaper that's different from many people who use Reaper with OSARA and just accessibility is I typically turn on my editing cursor to match my time selection. So if you go under your preferences, go under editing behavior, the first checkbox will say have edit cursor follow the change of time selection or something like that. And you want to check that so that anytime I do a time selection, it always will put my play cursor there, and so I don't have to keep hitting control space instead of and now I can hit space. So let's record this birthday list. You'll hear how I read the list with screen reading software, and then you'll also hear how I edit it, the editing process. It is going to go by fast. I'll do a more in-depth editing video so that you know how I do this in the future, but I kind of just want to show you how it gets done. So I have my birthday list, and I have my Reaper project right here. I'm going to open a template that I have called birthdays. And on the first track, I have the famous Beatles birthday bed. Right? So this is already looped in the program. I already looped it in my template. So this is looped for about a minute and 23 seconds. It never takes me that long. I've never had a birthday list that ran to the end of a minute and 23 seconds. So this is already... the music ducks down after the singing, and so all I have to do is just go to my start mark, which is typically right here. Okay, so I'm gonna record and I did that by hitting home because it's already set in the project. So now I'm just gonna record this and see how it goes. American serial killer John Wayne Gacy, born on this day in 1942. We will lose him in 1994. Actor Rob Lowe turns 45. So for the sake of the edit, I'm going to leave this in here. I accidentally forgot to delete the 7, so he turns 58. Rob Lowe. Actor Rob Lowe turning 58. Kurt Russell turns 71 today. An American model and actress Coco Austin turns 43. Singer Grimes turning 34 today. The brother of the Kardashians, Rob Kardashian, is 35. Tamar Braxton turning 45 today, and Nat King Cole, born on this day in 1990. Born on this day in 1919, we would lose him in 1965. Okay, so you saw I did a lot of mistakes there. There's a lot of things that we need to fix. So let's go fix it up now. I have one item on track 2. Track 2 is my voice track. American serial killer John Wayne Gacy, born on this day in 1942. We will lose him in turn this down just a little bit. So right now in Reaper, I have a parameter called ripple, and there's 2 sets of ripple. There is ripple per track and ripple all tracks. If I delete anything from any of these tracks while it's set to ripple per track, it will only move anything within that track. Now, if I do ripple all tracks, if I happen to delete something out of one track, it'll delete it for all. So I always set it to ripple per track so that I can just work specifically on this track. So track 2 is my voice track, and we are going to split where I hear the mistakes by hitting A. American serial killer John Wayne Gacy, born on this day in 1942. We will lose him in 1994. Actor Rob. I know I messed up, so I hit the left bracket to start right before I say actor. Actor Rob Lowe turns 45. So for the sake of the edit, I'm going to leave this in here. Okay. So I want to take all this out. So I'm going to hit A. And now item 2 is actor Rob Lowe. Everything starting right at actor. And now I'm going to page down through this because I know that I messed up. An American model, 74, 57, so he turns 58. Rob Lowe. And then I'm going to hit left bracket again to hit a start mark right before I correct my mistake. Rob Lowe. Actor Rob. Come back actor. And I'm going to hit A again. Now on this track, there are 3 items. There's going to be everything up to the first actor where I messed up. American serial killer John Wayne Gacy, born on this day in 1942. We will lose him in 1994. Actor Rob Lowe turns 4. Okay. So item 2 starts at actor Rob Lowe turns 45. There's my mess up. And then item 3 starts at my correction going forward. Actor Rob Lowe turning 58. Okay, so now, because we're on ripple per track, I'm going to delete item 2. And item 2, it's going to move what item 3 is, my correction, right where item 2 is. So if we listen from item 1. American serial killer John Wayne Gacy, born on this day in 1942. We will lose him in 1994. Actor Rob Lowe turning 58. Kurt Russell turns 71 today, and an American model. So that's pretty much the same process throughout the rest of the edits. American serial actor Rob Lowe turning 58. Kurt Russell turns 71 today, and an American model, and American model, and an American model, typically what I do too, if I have a major chunk, I'll do an end selection, which is right bracket, and I know that I can hit the end key and hit A there. And the American start key. Kurt Russell turns 71 today, and I can start there. I can hit A here. An American model. And I shouldn't have said and, but we're just gonna, for the sake of this. An American Russell turns 71 today, and an American model and actress Coco Austin turns 43. Singer Grimes turning 34 today. The brother of the Kardashians. Sometimes I don't like a lot of extra space, so the brother. Okay, turn this up. Grimes turning 34 today. The brother of the Kardashians, Rob Kardashian, is 35. The Kardashians, Rob Kardashian is 40. Hopefully this works. Is 30. Is 30. 35. 35.
605 play. Stop. 1 item play.
30 of the Kardashians. Rob Kardashian is 35.
Stop. Play.
Of the Kardashians. Rob Kardashian is 35.
Stop. Play. Stop.
Almost. We can kind of clean that one up. 40.
Stop. 26 play. Stop. 20 play. Stop. 1 item added. 502 play. 11 play. Stop. Play.
40 is 35. 35. 35.
1 item added. 605 play. Stop. 1 item removed. 20 play.
Of the Kardashians. Rob Kardashian is 35.
Stop. Play. Stop. 20 play. Stop.
And that's a cheap way. I'm gonna go in and re-record this but I wanted to do this for demonstration. Tamar Braxton.
1 item added. Play. Stop. Play.
Tamar.
1 item added. 706 play. Stop. 1 item removed. 20 play.
Rob Kardashian is 35. Tamar Braxton turning 45 today, and Nat King Cole, born on this day in 1990. Born on this day 5 today, and Nat King Cole,
Stop. Play.
born on this day in 1990. Born on this day. Born on this today, and Nat King Cole, born on this day in 1919. We would lose him in 1965.
Stop. Play. Stop.
Right, and then I do a split marker on track 1. Or a split item on track 1, and I delete everything after my voice track. I leave a little bit of space just so I can fade it out.
38.36 play. 34.5, 32.5, 34.5, 1 sec. 3 deals per day, 3 deals per day, that's stop.
I'm going to delete this one too.
35.30 play.
1965.
Stop. Play.
Alright, so now I'm on the last item of track 1, which is the last little bit of the instrumental. And I'm going to hit Alt-Control-O, and that will fade everything from that point. We would lose him in 1965. And there you go. This is ready for on-air playback.
10 play.
American Serial Killer. I'll hit Control Home.
Play.
American serial killer John Wayne Gacy, born on this day in 1942. We would lose him in 1994. Actor Rob Lowe turning 58. Kurt Russell turns 71 today, and an American model and actress, Coco Austin, turns 43. Singer Grimes turning 34 today. The brother of the Kardashians, Rob Kardashian, is 35. Tamar Braxton turning 45 today, and Nat King Cole, born on this day in 1919. We would lose him in 1965. All the flubs out of there. So it's really important to have a template, because a lot of times all I have to do is just load up this template and record, like you saw me record right away. The track is already armed for me to record on. So that's how I record external bits. So if I want to save this, it's already set to where I want it to save. I'm going to just go alter the date here. This is set from January 14th. That's when I remodified this project. So I'll just take out the 1, put the 3. Today is the 17th, so I'll just take out the 4, put the 7 there, and to 2022. Now I could just save. And now I have a birthday list for today's show. If you like this this tutorial, please give me a like. Please subscribe. Share the video. If you want to show somebody how to do some quick editing in Reaper with accessibility with OSARA and, of course, NVDA I use, but they do have JavaScripts. Please send this video around because I get a lot of people asking me how I edit so quickly, especially when it comes to an audio track, a voice track. And so I think it's really important to show some of these skills. I'll have more videos that show these same things, just so that you can kind of have that in your mind on how to do this. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it.